Friends, I'm back at the grocery outlet. I'm actually stuck in town today doing some car repairs. So here I am. I haven't been here for a little while, so we shall check it out and see what we can find as far as deals. We're not going to go crazy. Just going to grab some things that can stock up our pantry if we can find them. It's always a surprise at the grocery outlet. Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family. We always pass by the seasonal stuff and check out the little snack aisle, but then I backed up because I noticed something that we had been planning to buy anyway, and that was in the garden department. I grabbed one of this 2 set of sprayer nozzles that go on my hose. Next we got to the produce department, and I almost always skip this entirely, but today they had mangoes and then those other kind of mangoes for a pretty good price, 59 cents and 50 cents for the small ones. I try my very best not to shop when I'm hungry, but I ended up doing that anyway, so I busted into this already. I'm gonna see how they are. This is some kind of grain-free cracker. They're Greater Goods. They are tangy tomato and basil. And I'm so hungry. They're very tomatoey. And they're very crunchy. I sort of feel like I'm eating a pizza without the cheese. I like them, but I don't know if I would go out of my way to get them again. You gotta love a good grocery outlet haul. I was not anticipating what I would find. It's always a surprise every time I go to the grocery outlet. Yesterday was no different. So I cruised through the store, and the very first thing I found was not even a grocery item at all. I already showed you this 2-pack of garden sprayers. Around here, they seem to only last a year anyway, so 2 for $6. I'm not gonna complain. If they're a little bit leaky or whatever, I don't know. We'll just give them a try. I figured I couldn't really go wrong with $6. So there's a pointy one where that does the high pressure, and then one that has the different, the different sprays on it. So this is gonna be for the greenhouse and garden. Pretty good deal, I thought. That was right in the front row, first thing I saw when I went there. The next thing I got was a surprise for me. I rarely ever buy produce at the grocery outlet. Usually I just keep pushing my cart right through there because the produce can be a little bit iffy, but I was really surprised to find that yesterday they had the mangoes on sale for 59 cents. Now I'm sure in other areas you can get them for better. This isn't Africa where we can get them by the truckload. I felt like it was a pretty good deal to get mangoes for 59 cents. Especially they're pretty big and they're pretty nice. They're not all bruised up, and most of them have a nice blush on them. I'm gonna let them wait a couple days before we bust into them because we want them to be nice and sweet. But I did end up getting everybody 2 mangoes. Now yesterday was our son's birthday, and so I intended to drop his off at his house yesterday. I dropped some other stuff off and forgot the mangoes, so he has a couple due to him. And I'm really eager to see if they're gonna be good. I mean, you can hardly go wrong with mangoes. The next thing that I got was actually in the refrigerator section. Grocery Outlet has had hummus on sale for a little while now. I know a couple weeks ago, my husband went and he got some chimichurri flavored hummus by the Sabra brand, and then some lemon twist hummus, which is very lemony. But this time they had falafel style hummus. So we love falafels, and I was kind of curious to see what this one would taste like. So I did pay $2 for it, but most of the other hummuses were $1 or $1.50. They've been closing them out, and they're probably getting close to their expiration date, but they've been refrigerated the whole time. So I got some yesterday. I happened to be stuck in town because my car was getting fixed, so I opened one of them and had them with some crackers, and I was really enjoying the flavor of this one. It's really pretty good. I enjoyed it, or maybe I was just hungry. You know how they do at the grocery outlet. They started at one price and then they kind of keep coming down, so do check your dates. The date on this one is Best by May 2, so it's still in date, still really good. And I felt fine paying $2 for that. Still cheaper than like Aldi and the other stores. Okay, the next thing that I got was also in the refrigerator section. I ended up getting just one of the Silk protein milk. My guys like this. This has pea protein in it and then 5 grams of sugar per cup. So it's not too bad. I sometimes like to add the protein milk to the smoothies. The price on this one was only average. It's better than the grocery store, but it's not like a steal of a deal. It's $2.49 for this one, so I just got one. So in the refrigerated section, I'm not sure why, because this is shelf stable. I got 2 of these Generous Provisions almond milk to try. This is organic almond milk, and it is unsweetened, and that's what we like to get. Sometimes it seems like when we stock up, I inadvertently will accidentally get the sweetened kind. And so everybody seems to like the unsweetened, and we just don't go through the sweetened as much anymore. So this was $1.49. The expiration date on this is May 1. I have a feeling that this will probably come down as it gets closer to that date, but you know, there's not much to it. It's just almond milk, just kind of regular almond milk. And sometimes we've tried almond milks and they've been better than others. So we're giving this one a try. I think the find that I'm the most excited about on this trip, I feel like is the best bargain. They had it in the clearance department of the grocery outlet. And that is this Harvest Farms plant-based spicy Italian sausage style vegan pasta sauce. There is no sugar added to this, and we've tried this many times. Normally it's $1.79. So they have this marked down to $1 per 23.9 ounces. This is not a quart. We have been noticing the shrinkflation quite a bit, where the price goes up and the size goes down. So I did like this one. We've gotten it before. It has like the crumbles in it, the protein crumbles. It is not organic, but it is non-GMO. It's pretty clean ingredients, and we've gotten it before. So I did get several of these so that we can just stock our pantry, because that was my goal, is to get things that we would use. So I did get a lot, but I did not get them all. I think I got 20 of these because this is the kind that we like. And this is approaching its expiration date, or maybe it's just slightly past. And you have to do what you're comfortable with. Personally, I am fine if it's canned or if it's jarred up. I don't think it's gonna spontaneously go bad in a jar, so I'm comfortable with that, but if you're not, then you would wanna skip it. This was February of 2025, February 28th, so it's probably like a month and a half over. And like I said, I'm fine with that, but a lot of people wouldn't be. So I feel like it was a good deal for $1. We end up with pasta a lot, and I actually like to put this on our pizza because it adds a little bit of protein. Okay, about this time in my shopping trip, I had the surprise by running into a friend of mine, and she was checking out what I had, and she said, "Oh, can I follow you? You're finding all the good deals." So I was telling her where the mangoes were and where I got the spaghetti sauce and the milk and different things. And so she started looking around, and then she caught me a couple aisles over, and she said, "Come over here, let me show you the deal that I found." And so I went back, and she had indeed found a pretty good deal. I think I already had a couple of these in my cart, but I went back to check out what she found, and she was pointing out the lentils. This is 16 ounces of lentils, and it is $1. Now, on the same shelf, in the same area, they have the same brand of lentils, exactly the same, that they had marked at $1.49. So everything is going up. The last time I bought lentils at Walmart, they were almost $2 a bag. And then if you go to the Dollar Tree, you're gonna get 12 ounces of lentils for $1.25. So everything is changing, the prices are going up. So it was a good deal to get some. I didn't get a lot. She actually grabbed a lot of them, and that's fine. I just grabbed several because we like to keep lentils on the shelf. It's a bean that everybody seems to like around our house. So why not get a few of these to stock up our pantry shelves? While I was in the bean aisle, I went ahead and grabbed 2 of these bags of black-eyed peas. My husband really likes black-eyed peas. They were $1.19 for a pound. Still cheaper than the Dollar Tree. And then I grabbed 2 pounds of butter beans, or they say they're dry baby lima beans. Sometimes I think we call them butter beans. So this was $3 for 2 pounds. So that makes it $1.50 a pound, which is okay. I find that these different kinds of beans at the different stores cost more. I don't know why, but like you get your pinto beans, your black beans, your lentils. Those are kind of the standard ones that are usually the lowest price, and then the other ones are less. Now I did notice at the grocery outlet that they had split peas. I think it was 79 cents for a 16-ounce bag. We have enough split peas. I like split peas. I think my husband does, but our boys have become more picky about split peas, so I didn't feel the need to get a bunch of them. And so I left them for this time, but they are a pretty good deal at 79 cents for a pound, definitely. Okay, let's check this bag out. This bag has more lentils in it and peanut butter. I'm just gonna pause right here and say that if you cannot hear me as well, I apologize. My speaker broke and I'm ordering a new one, but my microphone broke when I was out in the woods the other day, so I've got another one on hold, but I'm pretty close to the camera, so I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me. We've gotten this kind of peanut butter before. We normally get our peanut butter, which is organic, at Costco. My husband likes it the best. Our cat, Chucky, likes it the best. It's kind of funny that the cat used to crave peanut butter and now he's getting a little bit standoffish toward it. But I like crunchy peanut butter, and so I got these mainly for myself. I guess they're really for everybody, but if I'm gonna eat peanut butter, I would prefer it to be crunchy. This is still organic. It's just like the only ingredients are peanuts and salt. Yep, peanuts and salt. And so I like this one just fine. Sometimes I'll have it on toast or on celery or something, and I'll leave the other peanut butter for the people who like that better. So this is $5.99 for 24 ounces. Actually, I think the peanut butter at Costco is a little bit of a better deal. So I don't eat that much peanut butter, and so I'll just eat it slowly and it'll last quite a long time. If you're gonna have peanut butter, you might as well have jelly. We make a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for our lunches. From time to time, it kind of ebbs and flows. So I grabbed 1 jar of raspberry preserves. It is $1.19 for 16 ounces. I like this brand pretty well because it's just clean ingredients. It's just basic, nothing fancy, but it doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup in it. So it's just sugar, raspberries, pectin, citric acid, and that is all. They also have strawberry. They also have a lot of different flavors of different kinds of like your fancy fruit spreads and everything, but they do have a higher cost, and so I just got the basic one for this time. I was in the baking aisle and I grabbed 1 bottle of this Chef's Life Love to Cook. Use this oil for cooking. Well, I just decided to give it a try. It's $5 for this 16.9 ounce bottle, and this is a combination of non-GMO avocado, olive, sunflower, and grapeseed oil, all of them non-GMO. So this is supposed to be good for cooking. It has a high smoke point, so it shouldn't smoke, and it's supposed to be like more stable. And so I decided to give it a try. I've actually never used avocado oil in my cooking, and so I figured I would try this blend. Okay, as I was in the grocery outlet shopping, I tend to kind of really analyze and look and kind of go over everything with a fine-tooth comb to see if there are any deals that we might like. So I was there for a while and I started to get so hungry, so everything started looking so good to me, honestly. So I picked up a pack of these grain-free crackers. Actually, I picked up 2 of them. The price point on these is 79 cents, and I thought, well, that's not too bad. It's not very much in this box though. 4.26 ounces, and this one is just sea salt flavored. I grabbed another box that was like spicy tomato or something like that, and I ended up eating a lot of it with my hummus, and then the other part of the box I ended up dumping in the truck, so I didn't get to eat all of it. I liked it, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get it again. It was just good, not great. And so I figured I was so hungry that I would just give those a shot. And because I'm really hungry now, I'm gonna try these plain ones. Very hard to get open. So they're shaped like this, grain-free. I don't know why it says this. Delicious snacks made her way. Why is it not made his way? I have no idea. These are pretty good. I like these. I think I like these plain ones better than I like the tomato ones. Yeah, I like these pretty good. So these are made with almond flour, tapioca, arrowroot, psyllium, olive oil, sea salt, coconut powder, flax seeds, and then flavorings. It has rosemary oil as the last ingredient, but I tasted really good. Yeah, so at 79 cents, that's not a bad snack. And these apparently expired on my birthday, March 17. So it's a little bit over, just like 1 month over. And well, I would go get these for even just for myself to eat with my hummus. Very good. Yeah, I do recommend these. Pretty good. Okay. I told you when I was shopping, I was getting pretty hungry. So apparently, when I saw this box that said, "You need this," I believed it. This box was $1, 3.5 ounces. It's a cracker, I guess similar to these. Sea salt almond flour crackers. They have nut and seed flour blend and sea salt. So they look very similar. Different company. It says they are plant-based and ridiculously delicious. Every bite out crunches and out tastes those other snacks. Big flavors without the junk. So I did see this from across the store, and it caught my attention. And I think it was because I was hungry. I wouldn't always just fall for this, but I don't know if they're as good as this. I'm sure they'll be fine. $1 a box. It's nice to keep somewhere like in your car if you're out and about and you need something. This bag has 4 of these Brad's Organic vegetable broth. I don't use vegetable broth a lot. The reason why I get this is because when our people have been sick, either throwing up or just fasting, or fasting because they're sick, then almost always when we start feeling better, we crave something salty and we're not really quite ready to have something on our stomachs that's heavy. So I have started recently, over the last 6 months or more, trying to keep some broth on my shelf. Now, I know I could always whip together some broth. I could cook the celery and the carrots and the onions and all that stuff together, but sometimes it's just nice to have it already done. So this is a quart and it's shelf stable. It's $1.29, and this one is good until June, the end of June of this year. So I figured it was good, and if I wanted to make soup, it makes it really easy. You just pour the broth in, add vegetables, and you have a nice flavor. The last couple things that I got are not pictured here. One of them was in the freezer section. I got a little birthday cake. It was a happy birthday cake ice cream sandwich, and it had sprinkles around the outside of it. So I picked one of those up for my son, dropped it off at his house, stuck it in his freezer. Of course, by the time it got there, it was kind of melted. He said it still tasted good, but it was kind of cute. It was like 50 cents. And so I thought, well, that's kind of nice for him. The last thing that I got that is also not pictured here, I don't know what happened to it. I got a bag of some kind of chocolate grain-free granola, and it was supposed to be like low glycemic index, and I was really interested in that because, one, I was starving and I planned to eat some at the time, and two, I just was curious. So I don't remember how much it cost. I don't think it was like a steal of a deal, but it was kind of intriguing to me, so I got one of those. I thought, well, I have milk and I have granola, and so I can eat that. And I got home, I didn't eat it when I was out. I got home and I have no idea what happened to it. It just disappeared. So I'm sure that I bought it, but it might be under the seat of the truck. I just don't know. Maybe sometime I'll have it and I'll let you know what it was like. And until then, I was just kind of wondering, I wonder what it tastes like. So that's all for today. Kind of a different haul. This is stuff that's gonna sit on my shelf and be added to different things over time. And so that's kind of what I like to do. I like to stock my shelf so that we can have good things for when we need them. And that's the whole point of stocking our pantry. So please let me know if you go to the grocery outlet. It's always fun to run into a friend. I actually ended up running into several friends that same day at the grocery outlet, probably because I spent so much time there. So you never know who you're gonna meet at the grocery outlet. I hope you have a great day and let me know what you're finding. Till next time, be safe, stay well, and may God bless you.